Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. We are going to talk about a quite powerful yoga today that is known as Vipreet Rajyoga. And I have discussed it before on my channel, but today I am going to discuss a specific condition to it, and it is considered as one of a quite strong combinations in Jyotish, although there is a specific result to it. It initially brings challenges and struggles, but later on gives you tremendous success and progress in life. Now, in what conditions it is made, how it manifests, and we will apply it and see it through actual horoscopes, that where it was actually manifesting in the chart and how it actually gave the results to those individuals. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself or you want to learn astrology and do a course, you can go on this website. The link is shown in description. You can also connect on my WhatsApp number shown below for consultations and course. So we are going to talk about Vipreet Rajyoga. Now Vipreet literally means something which is in opposition to you, which is against you. And Rajyoga means a great powerful combination which gives you luck, prosperity, growth and success. So if you merge these two, simply it means that a kind of yoga in the chart which initially gives you a lot of challenges, struggles, whatever they may be depending on the chart, and later on in those struggling circumstances the person finds great opportunities for growth and prosperity, and later on it gives you tremendous rise and success which you might have not thought before in your life. So that is how Vipreet Rajyoga functions. Now the struggling situations can be of any kind. It depends from chart to chart. So the challenges, obstacles, difficulties are inescapable. They will be there. That is how it functions. So the struggling circumstances can be related to any area of life. They may be your family life, your childhood problems, your health, career, education, marriage, relationships, any domain whatsoever, any enemies, any court battles, any other difficulties in life that you find quite challenging in your life as well. So any of these things it can throw in front of you. Through them, the person finds opportunities for victory and success. That is how this yoga functions. Now, what are the conditions when it is made? There are three conditions when this Vipreet Rajyoga manifests. So first of all, the first condition is this Vipreet Rajyoga is formed by malefics. So natural malefics or functional malefics. So the natural malefics are Sun, Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, and the functional malefics are lords of 6th, 8th and 12th house in the chart. Whatever your lagna is, the lord of 6th, 8th and 12th house are considered as enemy as well. So the first condition is that Vipreet Rajyoga happens when lord of 6th, 8th and 12th house, they are placed in 6th, 8th and 12th house itself. Like lord of 6th is going in 6th, 8th or 12th, lord of 8th going in 6th, 8th or 12th, or lord of 12th is going in 6th, 8th or 12th. Now the second condition is lords of 6th, 8th and 12th house, they are not sitting in 6th, 8th and 12th, but they are sitting together in conjunction in any other house, particularly in Kendra and Trikona house, and they are becoming parallelly the lords of Kendra and Trikona as well. So Kendra houses are 1, 4, 7, 10 and Trikona are 5 and 9, 1, 5 and 9. So let's suppose, to give you an example, Venus and Mercury for Libra ascendant. So Venus and Mercury are sitting together in the ascendant. For Libra ascendant, Venus and Mercury are in Libra in the lagna. But what is happening here, that they are lords of 1st house and 9th house, Kendra and Trikona, and they are lords of 8th and 12th house as well. So what does it make? A Vipreet Rajyoga, and in combination with another Kendra Trikona Rajyoga. So this is more powerful Vipreet Rajyoga as compared to the first one. Remember this. Okay. So this is the second condition. Third condition is a bit tricky but simple to understand. Just follow me through. So first is the third condition occurs. We also take third house. So third condition which I am going to mention, you have to see three houses, 3rd, 6th and 8th. Exclude the 12th. Don't see the 12th anymore. Just see 3, 6 and 8. Whenever malefics like Sun, Mars, Rahu, Ketu or any planet is sitting which is debilitated in these houses, okay, or any planet which is sitting in these three houses is sitting in enemy sign, or any planet which is sitting in these three houses, 3, 6 and 8, is totally combust. Remember, three conditions. First, that planets which are in 3, 6 and 8, they are debilitated, or they are sitting in enemy sign, like Saturn in Leo, Mars in Aquarius, like this, or they are totally combust. And if malefics are afflicting them, or malefics are sitting there, Sun, Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu are sitting in these three houses, in any of these conditions, then it makes a Vipreet Raj Yoga. But the condition to make a Vipreet Raj Yoga is, now this becomes very important, is that if any of these three conditions are occurring parallelly, the planets, means the planet which is either debilitated or combust or sitting in enemy sign in 3, 6 and 8, that planet is looking at the ascendant simultaneously, or the Rashi, the zodiac sign in which that planet which is getting debilitated, combust or sitting in enemy sign, the lord of that sign, that planet is looking at the ascendant, or last, the ascendant lord is looking at the ascendant. Any of these three conditions are manifesting, then also it makes a very strong Vipreet Raj Yoga. So these are the three conditions in which Vipreet Raj Yoga manifest. And last but not the least, all the three kinds of Vipreet Raj Yoga that I told you today, you just have to understand that in all three, one single condition acts as a foundation, and that is Lagna Lord must be strong. If Lagna Lord is not strong and any of these three types of Vipreet Raj Yogas are present, still you will not see any good results in your life. Never. So you just have to understand, Lagna is you yourself. It is the base of entire horoscope. If Lagna Lord is weak, is afflicted, it's not well placed, and even if these three kinds of Vipreet Raj Yogas are manifesting in the chart, you will not see good results in your life. So the base condition is Lagnesh, ascendant lord must be strong, Lagna must be powerful, and parallelly when any of these three conditions of Vipreet Raj Yogas are manifesting, this is a classic Vipreet Raj Yoga which can give positive results ultimately to the person after giving initial big challenges and struggles of any area in life. That is the result. Now we will apply this in various charts. So first chart that I am taking is the horoscope of Steve Jobs. Everybody knows who he is. So just see that any Vipreet Raj Yoga is manifesting. Yes, Lord of 6th, 8th and 12th house in 6th, 8th and 12th. The Lord of 12th house is Moon, which is going in 8th house. And mind here that the more this planet is afflicted, the better it is. So but Lagna must be strong, like I said. So just to see that it is afflicted, yes, because Moon is 12th Lord in 8th house, but it is in Marnakarak. In 8th house, Moon loses strength naturally. Second, it is in Papakartri, hemmed between malefic Sun and Mars. Now the other condition is that either Moon, the planet, that looks at the Lagna, or the Lord of the sign, means it is sitting in Pisces. So who is the Lord of Pisces? Jupiter. That planet looks at the Lagna, or Lagnesh, ascendant Lord looks at the Lagna. So is Moon looking at the Lagna? No. Is Jupiter looking at the Lagna? No. Is Lagna Lord Sun looking at the Lagna? Yes. And Lagna must be strong. So Lagna is strong? Yes, because no malefic influence is present on the Lagna. Rather, ascendant Lord is looking at the ascendant, giving it more power. And the Ashtak Varga is very powerful of the ascendant. And the Lagna Lord also has a strong Shadbala 1.25. What does it indicate? That the Lagna is strong, Lagnesh is strong, and Moon is making a strong Vipreet Raj Yoga. So it shows that the person ultimately will be successful, but he has to go through big challenges in life. So in his case, he had challenges since the childhood. He was born, but later on he was given up for adoption by his parents, by his birth parents, and later on he had a somewhat abnormal, difficult childhood, so as to say, although he got resources to study and everything, but there were still financial struggles early on in his life. And later on he also, in his young age, he got into serious spiritual inclination towards ISKCON and towards Hindu, I'll say Hinduism, as well as the philosophy of the East. And Later on, he also had trouble in his personal life, relationships and marriage and the family. But at the same time, he also became one of the first individuals in early 70s to create the Mac, the software, and later on it became a huge success. So he also got that kind of gain or tremendous growth and success, and later on he was ousted from his own company that he formed, and later on he started Pixar, and that also was very successful later, and he came back to Apple, and later on everybody knows that how he actually became one of the key persons along with many others to actually create a big technological innovation and revolution in mobile technology that we have as of now in front of us. So he became quite successful in terms of his corporate technological career, and a great businessman or entrepreneur. But he also had to face a lot of issues. So just see the patterns of struggles: family life, parents, personal life, relationships, the strained relationship with his actual child, which he later on in his ending days accepted, and he also went after his professional success. He was ousted from the company, and then again rose from a different company, then merged back and joined and took it to another new heights, became a billionaire and a big technological giant, and then fell to sickness, fell to cancer, and ultimately passed away. So what does it show? That Vipreet Rajyoga is bringing great successes, but at the same time with great struggles. That is how it functions. Okay, so this is happening in his chart. Now in another chart, this is the chart of Marilyn Monroe. Everybody knows she was a great Hollywood actress. But now just see that in her case also a strong Vipreet Rajyoga is manifesting. What I said, the Lord of 6th, 8th and 12th house are in 6th, 8th and 12th. The Lord of 6th is Jupiter, where it is in 8th house. Then another point I said that malefics or planets in 3, 6 and 8, but they are in enemy sign or debilitation or combust. So any malefic is in 3, 6 and 8, yes. Mars is it in enemy sign? Yes, it is in Aquarius. And what is the other condition? That either Mars or Jupiter looking at the Lagna. They are not looking at the Lagna. Or the Lord of that sign, Aquarius, the Lord of Aquarius is Saturn. That is looking at the Lagna, that is looking at the Lagna actually. Saturn is looking at the Lagna from 10th aspect. And Moon, Ascendant Lord looking at the Lagna. So Moon is looking at the Lagna. So what does it make? A strong Vipreet Rajyoga is manifested. So it gave actually big success to her, for which she is remembered till now. But understand that her life was also pretty devastating from her early childhood. So again, in her case also, she spent a lot of childhood in foster homes and orphanages, married at a very young age of 16 because she didn't want to continue in foster homes. Then had a lot of relationships and failed marriages in her life, no family life whatsoever. Then had a lot of addiction issues, and actually she passed away because of the drug overdose. Then at the same time, she also got big opportunity during World War when shortly after her first marriage, that she got into modeling and then later on into films, and then became a big Hollywood sensation. So that kind of great success that was coming, that is because of these combinations which are occurring. But they also have to give a lot of stress, challenge, struggles, problems, frustration, hopelessness, difficulties. You cannot escape them, and she couldn't. So in this case, it is manifesting again. So even though Vipareet means you have to face the situations which are harsh, and Raj Yoga means it will give you growth and success and prosperity, whatever, but it has to also throw you into these pitfalls. That is how it functions. And also she had a lot of issues with childbirth, lot of abortions and miscarriages, and a lot of other health issues were there. So if we look at a overall life pattern, it is bringing a lot of growth and success in one domain of life, and obviously also bringing a lot of pain and suffering and challenges as well parallelly. But this is how it manifests. That is what I am just sharing here with all of you. Now another condition is, another chart is, this is the chart of Madame Marie Curie. So she was a brilliant physicist and a chemist and a great scientist of her own times, and actually only woman to win 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different subjects, physics and chemistry, for actually contributing to a great I'll say length in science for her discovery of radium and polonium. But at the same time, if you see, in her case also, these planets are making Vipreet Rajyoga. So why? Lord of 6th, 8th and 12th house are in 6th, 8th and 12th. So Lord of 6th is Venus in conjunction with Mars, which is Lord of 12th in the 12th house. And Mars is in own sign. So that is strong. But are Mars and Venus looking at the Lagna? No. Or the zodiac sign, the Lord of this sign, who is Lord of Scorpio, Mars, is looking at the Lagna? No. Or the Lagna Lord, Jupiter, is looking at the Lagna? No. But the condition I said, the Lagna Lord must be strong. Otherwise, this yoga does not give that much growth and success. The Lagna Lord is strong because, first of all, Jupiter is in Aquarius. And Aquarius, there are certain zodiac signs for which are considered excellent for Jupiter. So Cancer, Sagittarius, Pisces, Leo and Aquarius. These are certain zodiac signs which are considered excellent for Jupiter to function. And Jupiter is not afflicted. It is with Ketu, which is excellent combination for research, analysis, deep insight and ability to see big picture. That is manifesting. But at the same time, Lagna is also not afflicted. Ascendant, any malefic is sitting on the ascendant? No. Nobody. And ascendant has a strong Ashtak Varga, 33 points are there. Bhav Bal is strong. Then the Shadbal of Jupiter is also good, 1.2. So it means that the Lagna Lord and the Lagna both are not damaged and they are having strength. So the Vipreet Rajyoga will manifest fine. Hence, in her case, they already gave tremendous success in her field, of course, but her life also was full of struggles. So first of all, she faced a lot of financial issues since her childhood. Born into a very humble family, and a lot of struggles were there with respect to finances and basic resources. She had to pave her way very hard through her own studies, and later on her mother passed away at a very early age. Her siblings, particularly her elder sister, passed away at a very young age, and she also had lost her husband at a young age. So although her husband also, they contributed together in the field of physics, but at the same time her husband died early through an accident. And after that also, she, through her research, she actually she got sick because of her discovery of radium, and she got sick because of the radiation through that. So ultimately, if you see that there have been challenges and struggles in her life, and she had to pave a way, and she paved way. And actually, she was one of the females in her own time when it was a very quite patriarchal dominated society where women were not given good platforms or considered equivalent to men at all. And she paved her strong reputation and way in those times. So that becomes a very big thing if you consider from her perspective. So are these planets are making those combinations? Yes, they are. And that is why they are bringing these kind of growth and successes ultimately in all these individuals which we discussed. So if you can see that these planets, they are making good combinations for Vipreet Rajyoga, and there are certain conditions to it. We have explored all of them. So if in any of your cases this Vipreet Rajyoga is manifesting and you are going through any kind of challenges, struggles, delays, obstacles of any kinds right now, you might be helpless, depressed, frustrated, irritated, hopeless, whatever, don't give up. Ultimately, Vipreet means it just tests you, it breaks you, it tests your patience, tests your diligence, tests your self-confidence and how much resilient you are, and ultimately it gives you success. That is how it functions. and that is why malefic Sun, Mars, Saturn are considered good for this, because Sun, Mars and Saturn are the planets for strength, willpower, dedication, patience, resilience, relentlessness, competition. They function very well. So even if you are experiencing any of the drawbacks in whatever area of life, finance, career, education, family, health, marriage, relationships, any domain whatsoever, you just think that ultimately the success will come, the growth will come. It's not going to be a permanent situation. And if these combinations are well placed, you are running through their dasha, it means that Vipreet Rajyoga has to give positive results at the end, not only the struggles permanently. That is how it functions. Okay, so I hope that you got clarity about how actually this yoga functions, and it is not considered totally negative, but it is its specific way to behave in such a manner that it throws initial struggles and later on gives you victories. So I hope you liked this video, and if you liked it, do comment and share upon it. And if you are new to my channel, subscribe below for all information, more posts and reels. You can connect on my Facebook page and Instagram and website. The links are shown in description. Otherwise, we'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.